Is Kid Icarus not on here? What was that? Not sure I missed it. Karate Champ. Cubicle, Kid Clown, Kid Cool, Kid Nicky. And straight to King of Fighters. What's that? What you don't want to be seen? Cool. Thanks, buddy. If I turn this off, is it going to screw anything up over there? Or will it just go dark? Okay. Alright guys, the gameplay is going to go dark for just a quick second. But we're not going anywhere. It's noisy. The funny thing here is that this is pretty much the only setting where the controller cables for the NES Classic are actually perfect. Look at that. That's the entire length of the cable, and the box is right in front of me. Ridiculous. Okay. Kid Icarus, let's do this. I beat this game for the first time a few months ago, so hopefully I haven't lost my skills in that amount of time. Is it just me or does this look crappier? Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to go in here. Nothing! Hold on just a second, guys. Oh, that's what I wanted. Let's do this. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, that's better. It was the CRT filter, which is great for nostalgia, but looks like a dookie when you're streaming. And I want so much better than dookie for you guys, okay? Now oh shoot. I missed. I can't let him get away. It's worth getting hit to kill all of them, because I need those hearts. If I remember correctly, the music for this game is composed by, obviously, a Japanese guy named Hip Tanaka. Now, the funny thing about Hip Tanaka is that that's basically like the Japanese version of John Smith. It's apparently like a really, really common name. So Hip Tanaka is not only a musical genius, but he's also kind of a weird, eccentric dude. So he has a band that he formed that is made up only of other guys named Hip Tanaka. And I think that is the coolest thing in the world. There just aren't very many Steve Askins out there. That, and if there were, they would all have the same problem that I have, of no one knowing how to read or pronounce my name. Correctly, I mean. Come on. Death. The thing about this game, man, you got to kill everything, because you need those hearts desperately. Oh my gosh. Xanadu. I have played that game, and I have that game. It is a good one. That's actually an unsung hero of NES, like RPG type games. I don't know if that's really an RPG or if it's more of like an adventure game. I think it's more an adventure game. But yeah, Xanadu is a really good game. Anybody out there ever watch Captain N Game Master? It was the one of the several over the years cartoons. I don't know why I went back in here. What an idiot. Cartoons put out by Nintendo. Captain N. Anybody? Okay, Chris says yes. Anyone else? Well, I guess I just disagreed with Nate that it's an RPG. Sorry, Nate. This is America, though. You are entitled to that opinion. I ain't mad at you. Anyways, on Captain N, there was an episode where they went to Xanadu, and they call it, like it looks like on the cartridge, Faxanadu, which I also called it in my childhood because I'm a white American and it looks like Faxanadu, but apparently it's actually Fuzzanadu because it's a combination of... Ooh, shoot, now I'm blanking out. I think it's like it's Faux Xanadu or something like that. F-A-U-X, like French or something, because it's part of a series of games called Xanadu, and yeah, for some reason they thought putting F-A in front of it would just make it super cool or something and sell a million titles, which it never did. And it's one of those games that really is on a lot of people's like hidden gem lists of NES titles, because like it just didn't get the love that it deserved back in the day, but we all know that it's a great game now. So yeah, good one. We'll have to play that one on here. The this is one of my favorite things about playing NES is when there's too many people on the screen and everything starts slowing down. Dang it. Again, I tell you, man, this game is so hard. The dumb eggplant wizard from this game. He is on Captain N. Yeah, that's correct. And, what was it? They made Simon Belmont into this super annoying, like, he's like obsessed with his good looks and like Hollywood blonde hair and stuff. Simon Belmont is a freaking vampire hunter, okay? So you need to just calm down with that. It always bothered me that they made Simon Belmont into this prissy boy. I mean, if that's who you are, if you're a prissy boy, then I really don't have a problem with that. But not Simon Belmont, okay? Getting the hearts. Getting the hearts. Yep. Kid Icarus is insanely hard. You're darn right about that. Yeah. Like I said, you would never know from watching the first few minutes of this stream, but yeah, I did actually beat this a couple months ago. I even have photographic evidence on my phone that I'll post on the Retro Death Row page when we're done here, just as proof that I am not always as garbage at this game as I am right now. This is the other thing that drives me nuts about this game. Look at this. When you duck, you fall through the floor. Everything in the world in this game makes you want to fall off of everything in the world in this game. Oh man, it's infuriating. Come on, eyeball man. There was something like really popular with those NES developers about floating eyeballs, because practically every game has floating eyeballs in it. The only example I can think of right now, obviously, is Kid Icarus and Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. I don't think there was floating eyeballs in the original Legend of Zelda. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, chat, but... Come on, dude. See, I need to get these guys knocked out before I start taking on the Reaper. Oh, that was good. That's another thing you gotta know about this game is, and I discovered this, of course, in my most recent playthrough when I beat it, is that if the guys are right up on you, you really don't have to hit them with your arrows. As long as you're firing when they're right up in your business, you're gonna hit them. That will save your skin more times than just a few. Come on, I'm going after. There we go. Oh, I didn't get it. Cheap. I wish there was a way that I could queue up Don't Fear the Reaper by BOC to play right now with this guy dancing around like a fool. Oh man, the flight patterns of everything in this game. See, you're like right there. That was one of those situations where, since I was firing, I got him, but I really probably wouldn't have hit. Darn it! I set him off again. What's up? I wish I could. I wish you were here to describe that. I can't shoot him through the ground. Ninja Gaiden was always a favorite. Yes, that's another good game too. It's another insanely hard, just punishing game. With the infamous like final level glitch, where of course there's multiple acts to each stage, and if you complete one of the acts and you get on into the next one, if you die, fine, you start at the beginning of that one all over again. Well, when you get to the final level, you can make it to the very final boss, and you could be, I think it's like the 4th act of that that stage in the game. you die, it sends you all the way back to the very first one. If you weren't aware, that's actually a glitch. It wasn't supposed to do that, but that's part of why that game became so infamous, is because those grueling final levels. So if you guys were watching earlier, you saw that I was playing a modded NES Classic that has every NES and every SNES game, as well as just some other rando titles like Japanese games, ROM hacks, stuff like that. Unless I'm going to have to do some tinkering around to look a little bit deeper, but unless I'm wrong, they left Kid Icarus off of it. So the one of the 30 games that comes actually preloaded on the system, somehow they left it off. I couldn't find it, so I had to actually switch to my regular NES Classic that I bought on launch night with my pal Jeff Ziegelman. I don't know if he's in there. There's a... Well, he's a manager now, actually, but I was going to say a fellow supervisor at work that, when it was coming up to the release of the NES Classic, or I'm sorry, the NES Classic, rather, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm going to have to see if I can get in on that. Oh, gosh. He was talking to me about how he wanted to get an NES Classic really bad. Well, I ran into him at the store, man, on launch night. Oh... Why does it let you shoot them if they're gonna be in the wall and I'm not gonna be able to get the hearts? I keep dying in this one part. I hope you guys are liking this, because this is not very fun right now. But he wanted one really bad, he was saying, and I ran into him in the parking lot of the store, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm waiting for the NES Classic," and he was like, "Oh, that's tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you need to stick around." He said, "Well, I'll get one later," and I was like, "Dude, trust me, I've read a lot of stuff, and if you don't get one either tonight or like within probably the first couple of days, I really doubt you're going to be able to get one." And he was like, "Oh, no. Well, anyways, long story short, his wife had to buy him one off of a scalper on Craigslist or something, and spent like $150 or something ridiculous. So it just goes to show you, Steve knows best. That's the moral of that story. No, the true moral of that story is, if it's about like 30-year-old gaming technology, how many people do you really have the ability to count on to know about this garbage? That's a really small demographic, and I'm your man. So, yeah, listen up when I talk about that stuff. You should know that I know better. See, their flight pattern always puts them just out of reach, and then they do that thing where they descend like right on you. Drives me crazy. And the mallets, if you're like most people who played this game and never make it past these first couple levels where you're going up and up and up and up, you'll never know what the mallets actually do. You have to make it to like the dungeons that come later on in the game to be able to use those mallets. Which that's when I grabbed the harp. Like, yeah, Chris, look at you, man. Better not fall off here. If I fall off, I'm blaming you, Chris. Yeah, when I grabbed that harp earlier, and, alright. Get my heart. Those little things that the guys turned into and just started, like, falling down the screen, those are mallets. They don't look like mallets at all, but that's your basic, tale with the NES, is that, crap that doesn't really look like what it's supposed to be. So you gotta use your imagination a little bit. Only system that's really worse than the NES with that is the Atari 2600, I mean. But that's part of what made Atari so cool, is that you really had to use your imagination. You're like, I'm playing combat right now, and this little square thingy is that. See, that was a mallet right there. This is a tank. Shoot, well, I didn't get that glass of wine, which I think that's funny. Kid Icarus, you drink wine for strength in that game, so it's like real life. Oh man, these jumps. And this is the other. I'm gonna change the subject here for a second. This is the other thing that's infuriating about Kid Icarus. Like, watch when he jumps. When he lands, it's actually kind of realistic because he takes those couple steps afterward. That will screw you every time. So you gotta watch out for that. I don't know if my shooting up is gonna work here, Chris. Nope. Yeah, Super Dodgeball, that was a good one. Yeah, you guys are talking about Karnov. And I don't even think he's in here, that jerk. My cousin, David, actually was the one who requested this game, and it's because of him that I'm punishing myself with this right now. Oh, shoot. Oh, let's kill him. Yeah. What in the world happened here? This is one of your classic NES glitches. I've never seen that happen before. I don't want to touch him though because I don't know if he'll hurt me. But yeah, he asked for Kid Icarus and Karnov. Oops, shoot. And I actually might play some Karnov when I'm done here. It depends on if I have to rage quit this one or not. If I do, we're gonna play some Karnov. If not, we'll probably save Karnov for another day. But it's funny because, yay! Karnov, big fat Russian-looking circus guy that throws like fireballs and stuff. Makes no sense. Who he cameos as the first level boss in the game Bad Dudes. Anybody play Bad Dudes out there? Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president who has been kidnapped by ninjas? One of the most iconic video game screens ever. Karnov, me, and my good buddy, Cody Black from high school, he had Karnov, and we would play that game a lot. I also like to play Karnov in the arcade back in the day. But all of that to say, like, you know, of course, Nintendo has Mario, Sega has Sonic, there we go, Sony, back in the day, had Crash Bandicoot, Data East had Karnov. That's who their mascot is, this big fat circus Russian looking guy. It's like, that's just not a good look, man. Why would you pick that? Meat rage quit. Oh shoot, Adam, you got me hurt, man. Ooh. These, oh yeah. Like Marx Brothers looking mouse glasses people. The enemies in this game are just too freaking weird. I mean, they're weirder than like Bonk's Adventure. But yeah, these guys, while annoying and stupid looking, these rooms are great for a lot of hearts. You just have to learn the pattern with which they fly around the screen, because otherwise they will hit you a billion times and you'll be dead. But once you know the pattern, it's really not that hard, and you can get a good amount of hearts out of it. So I got 300 right now. I had better not die and lose all of those, because in a little bit here I'm going to be coming up on a store where I can start buying stuff that I will need to buy. Oh shoot. Dang it! So speaking of rage quitting, how many guys tend to yell at the screen when playing, well, on my old, new, any video games? Anybody? I know there's a delay between me talking and you hearing it, so I'm going to give you a second to answer that question. I'm just curious how many of you guys out there tend to yell at the screen when playing video games and suffering at the injustice of either bad game development, poor controls, or just unfairly difficult like bosses or something like that. You... This is a family friendly channel, so I'm gonna stop talking right there, but... Man, I better not get killed. I want to get 400 hearts. Oh, of course. Oh, here we go. Here's some more slubs for me to kill. Oh, dude. Okay, there we go. I am like so close to death right now. There we go. Just over 400. Cheapest item, 450 hearts. Isn't that the way? Freaking kid it, Chris. What do you say? Try buying from me. Oh yeah, this is the guy. Okay, there's two different stores, and you would never know the difference to look at these, but there are two different shopkeepers you come across in this game. One of them is this guy who, you know, you can tell he's kind of got an attitude with, what do you say? Try buying from me. He will screw you with his prices. Whereas like the other guy who's like, he's friendly and stuff, he has more regular prices, so I can't buy anything here, meaning I'm going to have to try again not to die for a little bit until I can make it to that. Oh sweet, there's a glass of wine up here, I remember. Gotta make it past death, but I'm pretty sure I can do that. Give him a second. Oh, fart. Ah! Oh, 148. That's better than what I was thinking was going to happen. I was thinking it was going to put me back down to 0, but I forgot. It puts you back at what you had when you started the level, which isn't a ton better, but it's certainly better than 0. You guys are awfully quiet over there. There's no... Oh, people are commenting. I am really sorry. Stupid Facebook. The chat does not auto-scroll. So unless I stop playing and reach over here and scroll the screen down, I don't see new comments. And when I just look at the screen, I can't tell that there are new comments unless I look really closely and try to see the little gray scroll bar. It's infuriating. There's got to be a way around it, but we haven't figured it out yet, so I apologize. Bad words. Yeah, exactly. So Chris Anglin yells at the screen. My brother Adam does, but didn't answer. I'm gonna rat him out. Designated, yeah. That should be your job, Chris. It's funny because oh shoot. The music is so catchy here, you know, it's all like hopeful and we're going on an adventure! That's my Hobbit quote of the day. But then as you get into the later levels, it's different and not as good. Which is, the whole thing about this game is backwards. And if you really, well, if you get on YouTube or something and watch reviews of this game, you'll hear that over and over again is how backwards this game is, because good music at the beginning, all the difficulty at the beginning. It's normally, of course, obviously the further you get into a game, the harder it gets, the harder the bosses are. This game, like beating Medusa at the very end, is so freaking easy. But you guys saw I died like 27 times trying to get up in the first level. Stupid. So yeah, Kid Icarus is backwards. Still an enjoyable game. Obviously very, very challenging. But yeah. Bass backwards. Oh, I almost fell there. Crap. This is another one of those games where, of course, you experience this a lot on NES, where if the ground is like a millimeter out of sight, it literally doesn't exist anymore, and you'll go falling to your death. So even though, like, okay, like that, the bricks that were down there at the bottom a minute ago, yeah, I would have died if I would have fallen at that point, even though they were just barely out of frame. Sorry. Come on, dude. Okay. Oh. Playing NES games is kind of like having a conversation with an extremely old person. If it's not like right in front of them at the moment, it doesn't exist. And oh, it's 100% forgotten. Because the game's like, ground? I don't know what you're talking about. There were some bricks down there. Bricks? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing a lot better this time. I need to just kill death. Wonder if he's gonna see me like this. Oh, fuck. I only got him hit like once. But this is cool. I can dodge his little underlings by going back and forth on the screen. The Grim Reaper in this game is not unlike the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Less than threatening. Oh, come on, man. Make me listen. That music that it plays when he's freaking out is so unsettling. Alright, this is... Oh, I thought this was the store. Dang it! Freaking Kid Icarus. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get... That is cheap. I'm over 500. I think I can afford a wine barrel with that much. It's either 500 or 600, I think. We'll see. Well, we'll see if I'm not dead by the time we... I was gonna say by the time we get to the store, but... Oh. I can't be dead by the time I get to the store, because if I'm dead, I don't get to the store. There's the store up there by the Grim Reaper. Something about that like ching 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 sound is very satisfying. Oh shoot. I need Chris, I need my scroll specialist right now. Okay, let's scroll a little bit. Yeah, Carrie, I abandoned my plus the Fortnite. To her credit, though, she has put in a lot of time on this today. I mean, not that I haven't put any time in on it, but, like, she's put in a lot of time on it, I'll just say that. So, everybody give props to my lovely wife. Oh, of course! Oh, it's going. Crap. Now I have to make a decision. So this is another thing you need about this game. You buy the feather, and obviously, like I said, like everything in the world in this game is trying to make you fall off the edge of something. Chris is telling me to get the feather. Melvin? I am not getting that. So yeah, if you fall off the edge, the feather flies you up and saves you if you can land on something. The mallet is what's $20, and you can get mallets anywhere. The bottle of wine is $350, obviously, and when you're running low on life, you can use it on demand to restore your health, which is great. Otherwise, he also sells glasses of wine, which you only replenish you right then. You can't save it for later. Now, one choice I do have is just taking the mallet, even though it's really not going to help me at all. But if I do that, in a second or two, the shop will refresh with new items for sale. They might be better items. They absolutely might not be better items. So it's kind of a gamble. Bill and Ted's Escape Plan for Getting Away from Death. Melvin, there we go. I knew it was one of those things like where like you know it, but you don't know it. I was like, I should get this, but I'm not. Crap. Okay, so someone said get the feather. Chris said get the feather. Having explained all of that, anyone? Chris says get mallet. Chris changed his mind. Let's gamble. Let's get the mallet. Carrie said thanks, Chris, for the share. Chris, I guess you shared the post. Sweet. I appreciate that. Like I said yesterday, I think it was. It's the same stuff again. Oh, shopkeeper. See, now we gamble again because, like I said, I think the wine barrel, is 500. Oh, I should have killed some of those some of Death's minions and gotten a couple more hearts, because if I gamble again and get the mallet and then the wine barrel shows up, I'm gonna be ticked because I'll have 499 hearts and I'll need 500 to buy it. I'm gonna go for the feather, play it safe. I am a lot more likely to fall off of something than to need more health. So the scroller. This is so. What did you do this weekend? I'm imitating my children's teachers on Monday, and they're like, "Well, I scrolled this thing for my dad." Let's see if I get the freaking wine barrel. I'm gonna be so mad if we do. Nope, didn't. Oh, I was thinking maybe I'd have enough to get the wine. Well, I guess I really don't need the wine glass. All right, let's get out of here. This guy sucks. The thing that really stinks about the oh shoot, ice, man. Every Nintendo game has an ice level. The thing that really stinks about the feather, though, is you use it once and that's it. You don't get another use of it. And I've literally bought that and like immediately fallen off of something. Oh, that's frustrating. In a second here, I'm gonna have these squid-looking guys spring up from the bottom of the screen, and they will bedevil your ways until you're to the end of the level. So I'm gonna stay here and kill these guys for a little bit. Pew, pew, pew. I don't know if I'm gonna try to get those hearts. No, it's not worth it. I don't want to die. So Karina's here, helping out. Oh shoot! Helping out to be my scroll buddy. There's nothing new on there yet. Grind the squid. I'm gonna run for the hills from those stupid squids because it's not worth it. I think they're gonna come up here as soon as I go up on where this brick is. Let's see. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh, fart! Almost used my feather. Anyone have any other games they want to suggest? Not necessarily for today, because after this stream, I may be done for the day. I've already been on for a few hours, and I do have some stuff around here I need to get done. But anyone has any other suggestions, I would certainly be willing to hear them. I'm trying to come up with an idea of how I'm going to formulate a streaming schedule, so it's going to be a lot more predictable when to get on and watch. Goonies 2. It seems like I keep seeing that game everywhere these days. I would love to play. Oh shoot, those guys. Oh, I hate those guys. And they come out of nowhere, and unless you're watching under your own feet, you'll never see them. There we go. Goonies 2, though, that would be a fun one. I have not played that since my childhood, though. So that one I may need to practice a little bit off stream. Oh, here come the squid guys! Holy crap! Hate you, squid guys. Glad you came, Pit. Here, take this. Oh, the better arrows. Rock on. The only thing, I always hated this, even when I was a kid, was you get the arrow, and all of a sudden, Pit looks like he's sick. He's like kind of green, you know? What the heck? Pew, pew, pew. Now my arrows are stronger. But I gotta... Oh, see? I'm telling you, man. Oh, freaking squid dudes. See, that guy, thankfully, he hung out on the screen. Because as long as he's on the screen, no one else is going to show up. Power up! Oh, sweet, my health bar got bigger. So, Goonies 2. Good choice. The thing I like about Goonies 2 is that it's got a combination of, you know, like the side-scrolling platformer thing. But then it's also got those 3D environments, like when you go into the, like the doors or whatever in the Fratelli's cave. And, those are so horribly designed, but it's so... just that time in gaming. Because that was... I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I remember it being like a fairly new thing. You didn't see it very often. And so you're like, oh dude, it really looks like I'm walking down a hallway, or that was cool. I've never played Friday the... Is it Friday the 13th? Halloween. Halloween's the one with Jason. Like the spiders from Legend of Zelda. Yeah, really. Those are not as bad, though. What was I just saying? No, Halloween. Halloween has that when you go into the houses and you have to fight Jason. I never played that game because my parents wouldn't let me, because it was based on like an R-rated intellectual property. Which kind of makes sense. I can see like not really being down for that. Which is really funny because... Oh, man. Okay, let's go in here before we die. Oh, great. Now I'm in here with the glasses. Guys! Aw. Don't hit the health guy. And Goonies 2. He won't help you again. Do you remember that... like there's a part of Goonies 2 where you have to punch an old woman like 5 times and then she'll give you like glasses or something that you need to do something. I always remember thinking like, what the heck? It's not like, it doesn't show any sort of violence or anything, and she barely even looks like an old woman. Obviously the graphics are really crude like most of these games. But yeah. I always kind of felt weird punching her. Bonus points for anyone who can tell me what the spiders from Legend of Zelda are actually called. Because they're not called spiders. Yep, glasses, yeah. Okay, hey, next time someone comments something, I'm gonna read out loud whatever it is that you say. As soon as I read whatever you say, start counting so I can hear, or so you can tell me how many seconds it is between me seeing what you wrote. And well, I guess that really wouldn't work. You're gonna have to start counting when you type out the comment and enter it, and then however many seconds it is before I read it. I'm just curious of how big of a delay there is there. Nobody's coming, so let's see. Dang it, you idiot. I don't know if you guys have noticed it yet, but these, whatever these guys are, oh shoot, I wasn't looking at the screen anymore. Goomas? I think you mean Gomas, but no, that's not right. I forget. I forget just popped up. I don't know if you thought to count, but how many seconds it was from when you pressed enter to when I read. I forget. Or did you forget that? Oh good, I do still have my feather. Goma. Isn't it like the Eye of Goma, something or other? No, but anyways, the spiders have a different name. Oh shoot. I stopped because it was forever. So you're impatient. Hey, did you scroll it down to show him saying I stopped it because it was forever? Oh, okay. I thought it did it on its own. I didn't see you do it. I'm doing a lot of stuff here. I'm playing this thing, trying to be witty and charming, and about 35 seconds. Holy shnikes. I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that. Sweet wine! In vino veritas. Or we could say in vino Icarus. Horrible joke. That's it, snakeoids! I know Adam knows what I'm talking about there. That just popped into my head when I killed the snakes. Shoot, which way do I go? Either way will get me up there, but one way is better than the other. I think it's this way. Dang it! It was the other way! Freaking heck! And I can't touch those things because they will hurt me. Oh good, I can't go through here. Thank God. This is the nice thing about living in North Springfield, is there's never any shortage of randos walking by outside your house. Oh, I hate these things. Graboids! That's it, graboids! They're gonna be sorry if you don't give it a name. Back when I worked at T-Mobile, every Halloween they would marathon, like, I can't say scary, but like spooky movies, because they can't play like objectionable stuff on the TVs during work hours because people would complain to HR, but Tremors made the cut for some reason, and the funny thing is, like, it would be on these TVs that are, like, up high. Excuse me, sorry, I can't stop burping here. They would be playing on these TVs up high, and you could watch them while you're taking calls, but you couldn't hear them. Because obviously you need to be listening to people on your phone. Well, oh, I looked away for half a second and I was like, wait, where did I go? Where's my guy? And they're like, oh, wait, I was behind this thing. Anyways. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, they would show it on the TV. Stupid squid, guys. Oh, come on. Okay, now this is going to be my technique here, is I'm going to try to keep these two guys on the screen as long as I can. Oh, well, I already screwed it up. The longer you can keep them on the screen, the longer it is before you get a fresh batch of annoying squid guys. Oh! Okay, see, there's my feather. Yeah, there we go. Give me my mallets. Better give me my mallets. Oh, shoot. I almost fell there. The difficult thing is, I think there's a way for me to set the aspect ratio on this thing. But the difficult thing is that since this is playing... Oh, fart. Since this is playing on a widescreen monitor, but because it's the NES, the aspect ratio is 4:3. I have like all this black on both sides, and since blackness in Kid Icarus means falling and death, which doesn't make sense because you're a kid with wings. What the heck, man? But it's difficult to tell. Like, am I getting ready to jump to my death, or is it just that there's extra real estate on my monitor here that's not being used? Oh, good lord. Okay, shoot, I forgot I have my wine. I do not want to die. Is it select? How do I do it? Oh, yeah, it just automatically refills me, like it just did when that dude... Bad words, bad words. Horse Dookie. What do you say? Try buying from me. Yeah, this is the jerk who marks everything up. Oh, except the wine barrel. Actually, come to think of it, I think he's the only one who sells the wine barrel. So I was right that it's 500 hearts. But anyways, that wine barrel, man. It's an invaluable thing to have, but I almost never get one in this game. Excited about this. The boys and I will be watching, and we may have some questions. Bring it! Falling in Death got the original Icarus. Is that real? Is that true? I am not steeped in my Greek mythology knowledge. Sorry, sometimes I say things a little bit weird because there's like ever so slightly a delay between what I actually say. Like right there, I did it again. Between what I actually say and what I hear coming up in my headphones. So, oh, there we go. Oh, come on, man. Oh. I shouldn't have. Why did I even engage him? That was so stupid. Oh, squid. Ah! Oh! Dang it. I'm finished. Kratos likes laughing at that. Hey, will you do me a favor and give me some Milos? This is my cup. Don't fill it up all the way, but like to there, maybe. Oh shoot! Ha! Did you see that? Yeah, it fell to his big. Oh, because he was too close to the sun. Duh! I knew that. What an idiot. It's hilarious that, like, I could remember all these random crap bits of information about Xanadu or whatever other games we were talking about earlier, and for the life of me I could not remember what you were talking about regarding Icarus falling to his death, which is like it's like it's not a meme. I'm trying to, like, what's the I don't know what the word is, but you know, like, oh, don't fly too close to the sun. You know, it's one of those expressions. How the heck did I forget that? I think this is my glasses. Looking at the chat gets me. Gets me hurting, and I missed the heart. Dang it. Sorry. I just love you guys so much. I want to read the things you say. I have a. Actually, I'm going to read what we got over here. Fell to his death because close to the sun. Yeah, I already read that one. Jars of Clay reference is saying, like Icarus cycling with the world. Yeah, I remember that. There is. I met these guys at the Prayer Chain concert recently. He has a podcast called CCM Kids, and it's him and like another guy he's friends with, and they go back and basically discuss like 90s, maybe early 2000s Christian rock albums. Which for anybody who was not a part of the culture at that time, you understand that that's a very niche market. But anyways, I told him, I was like, hey, I'd really like to check your podcast. So I listened to it, and dang, I'm not going to buy any of this stuff. I don't have enough for the feather, and I don't have enough for the bottle, and I'm not really low enough on life to want to blow $200 on a glass of wine. So we play on. Anyways, the first podcast that I listened to of theirs was about the self-titled Jars of Clay album, and it's the first time I'd listen to that record in years. And man, it really holds up. I wasn't sure that it would. So anyways, yeah, all that to say, I get the quote. Oh man, because of the headphone delay, this is actually probably a good thing for you guys. Oh, fart. Oh, this isn't the one. Okay. Because of the headphone delay, I can't really like sing along with the music like I normally tend to do. Oh shoot, when I'm playing. So lucky you, you don't have to listen to hear me sing along with Kid Icarus. That it's so hilarious because I make those stupid sounds and I don't hear it until like a couple seconds after I do it. So I'm like, man, I sound stupid because I hear it after I say it, and then it's like, oh wow, that's what I sound like. Of course, nobody likes listening to their own voice, like on tape or whatever, but hearing my voice in the headphones actually is kind of helpful for me. The problem is, like I said, it's slightly delayed. I don't think it was delayed like this yesterday, but like I said, we've been tweaking a lot of settings and stuff today. I'll tell you what, man, getting set up for this, oh, sorry. When I say this, I mean streaming, is a huge freaking headache in a lot of ways. Oh man, wow, I can't believe I didn't get hit by that guy. All the like software and everything is super temporal, and you've got to have everything just so. And the problem that you run into, and Carrie was just commenting on this earlier, is like, what does anyone do if they're having a problem with stuff like that? They go to YouTube and look for helpful videos and stuff, or articles on Google or something like that. Well, the problem you generally run into is that people... Oh, see, I told you, man, that I have an idea. Hold on. Oh, I did the wrong one. I think it's up here. No. Oh, shoot. Maybe they only... Yzma. Dang it. I think they only did this on the Super NES Classic. Because, like, you can put borders on the sides of your game. And I was like, well, man, that might help me not jump into the blackness constantly. But apparently that's not an option, so... so, let's start back up. Man, I always have to be so careful in those menus because the controls are quirky and it's really easy to accidentally delete everything. Oh, yeah, Emperor's New Groove, hands down in my top 5 Disney movies. I mean, if not even like top 3. And I'll tell you a big reason why is like, oh, get up there. Oh, dude. Okay, freak, I'm gonna have to farm these guys. Oh, and I can't even get that garbage. Oh, shoot, that's the thing that sucks, is they jump up out of nowhere and... Oh... The guy's like up your rear in no time. Crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason why I love Emperor's New Emperor's New Groove so much is because... Okay, 500. Yes! Give me that wine! Oh hey Dave. Finally joined. This is the game you picked. You are late. What time is it? Wow, you're like over an hour late. What a jerk. Karina's over here laughing at me. Well, I don't know what I was talking about a minute ago, but I guess it wasn't that good, because I don't remember it. Oh, shoot. Oh! Dang it! I'm finished. Do I? See, this is the other infuriating thing about this game. I do still have my feather. You only keep the stuff that you start the level with. So I busted my butt to get that wine barrel, and now I don't have it anymore. So I'm gonna have to... You know what I'm gonna have to do. If anyone wants to remind me of what I was saying, if it was interesting at all, feel free. If it wasn't interesting, just keep quiet, because I'll never remember, I promise you that. Hey Jen, sorry I never got the notification started, just in my settings for next time. Yeah, the main thing is you have to like the page. I've had that talk with a couple of different people that don't understand, like, if you don't go on and like the page, you'll never get notified of anything. Now you might see it pop up in your news feed because either I shared the post or someone else did. Those red idiot, they fall down constantly and your arrows go right over their stupid red heads. Anyways, yeah, Emperor's New Groove. Patrick Warburton. Patrick Warburton was in Emperor's New Groove. Is that what you're asking? anyways, yeah, you have to like the page to get updates about, or live updates rather, about stuff when it happens. So if you are actually interested in watching this, then yeah, be sure to like the page, because otherwise you're going to be totally in the dark. I do the best I can to share the updates on my own page, but that only goes so far. And if you know other people who might be interested, please share, get the word out. I like the page, but I had FB set up so that they never notify me. Oh yeah, been there, done that, man. I get notified about all kinds of random crap. The awesome thing. See, this is, oh shoot, the problem with that 30-something seconds that you'd said earlier about like between when you type it and when I hear it, is by the time you type it, I forgot what I said. So when you write, was he the awesome thing? Can't remember. Oh, awesome thing about Emperor's New Groove. No, it's because it came from, oh shoot. I grew up in the era of like The Lion King and freaking, what's the girl? Okay, Little Mermaid. Emperor's New Groove was the first Disney movie I ever saw that wasn't a stupid musical. Oh man, I hated that it was just constantly people singing. Drove me nuts. Inspired you to play Castlevania this morning. Forgot how much a fun game that was. Did you watch the stream of Castlevania the other night? It was embarrassing. Like, I did so terrible. I've never actually beaten Castlevania. I've beaten Castlevania 2, but never the first Castlevania, because those are games I never owned until adulthood, because again, like, mom and dad were not down with the games that had like horror elements, and Castlevania's all like Dracula and Frankenstein and all that stuff. So anyways, but the thing is, I love Castlevania now. The first one is really tough, and there's just no two ways about it. The second one gets a bad rap because it has all those translation issues, like where, I can't think of any examples, but the people say stuff to you that normally would be like, well, I mean, on Legend of Zelda, or Zelda 2 rather, someone in a town tells you something and you know it's important. I need to know this thing to move on to the next part of the game. You get that in Castlevania 2, but the problem is that there were so many translation issues with the things that the people would say to you that you never really knew what to do. I mean, it wasn't that you knew whether you could trust it or not. It's really more of the fact that, like, they would say something that doesn't relate to anything in the game. Dave, I don't know if you have like an actual Nintendo system or you're playing via emulator or something, but if you're interested in Castlevania 2, there's a like a version, like a ROM hack basically is what it is, of that game called Castlevania 2 Redacted. And what they did was fixed all the crap that's so annoying about that game. Like every time the "What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse" pops up on the screen, it doesn't take like 10 seconds for it to transition from day to night and for you to move on to that thing. It also fixes all the translation issues. So like when people tell you to do stuff, you know that that's actually what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, you can download, I believe, the ROM for it, probably off of like ROM websites, or like on eBay, or was it Etsy? People will make reproduction cartridges of it. So they basically take the ROM, load it onto an actual NES cartridge, and you can play it on your own system. Now, they don't work typically very well with third-party systems like you know, Retron is a company that, oh shit, makes a lot of these like third-party systems that'll play like this. With this system, you can play your NES, your Super NES, and your Genesis. You know, and that's great. But a lot of times, like the quality is just definitely not there. Dang it! I want my freaking harp. Oh man, I'm gonna. That was a mistake. Come on, give me a couple. Shoot. Ah! Oh, man. Ew. Dang it. Oh, I'm about to die. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, yeah. Castlevania went better than Bonk. Shut up, dude. Yeah, Bonk is... The controls are just really wonky with it. And Titus would agree with me on that, but I don't know if you watched earlier, but he actually beat Bonk, so that was pretty crazy. Yeah, we couldn't have Castlevania or Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but I always... Oh, shoot! I always loved Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Or actually, no, it was Ghosts and Goblins. At least is what they called the one that I played. Dang it. I liked playing that one in the arcade. Super Ghouls and Ghosts for the Super Nintendo is... It's a great game, but it's just infuriating because it's like extremely difficult. But then on top of that, it's like, I don't know if you ever played Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, but when you beat the game, you beat the final boss, and then this thing pops up on the screen that says, this is a trap that was devised by Satan. Now you have to replay the game. So it sends you all the way back to the very, very beginning. And you have to replay the entire game again. So you have to beat the game twice to actually beat it. And that is so stinking annoying. Now the thing about Super Ghouls and Ghosts is that you have to beat the game once. It tells you the whole trap devised by Satan thing. And the princess shows up and is like, hey, come rescue me, don't forget about me, whatever. And then she says that she had the goddess bracelet, which is the thing that you need to beat whoever the bad guy is. I can't remember his name. And that she stashed it somewhere along the way between like when she was kidnapped and wherever she is now. And basically what happens is once you make it so far, when you're going back through the game again, you'll eventually just find that as an item. And it is super powerful, but its range is so short that it makes you be like right up on top of anything you're trying to kill with it. And if you don't have the bracelet and you get back to the end again, it's like, oh, sorry, you didn't have the bracelet, forget you. And you have to, like, I want to say you actually have to replay the entire game all over again to get the bracelet and use the bracelet to kill the final boss, who is really, really hard to beat. And you have to fight him with this thing that shoots like 2 inches in front of you. It's insane. Super Ghouls. I play on an NES Mini. Never really got an emulation just yet. I figure after I finish the preloaded games first. Hey, Aaron. How you doing, buddy? I remember that the bad guy was super tall, and you had to go back and get... Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Karina's doing the llama here for Aaron. Hey, you okay? Oh, nice. Carrie's in the other room playing Fortnite. Yeah, that stupid bracelet. I don't know. This is something else we may want to start Googling. Is like there's a massive delay between what they write and when I see it. So, anyways, just I'm mentioning that purely so you're aware of it because I'll probably forget by the time I'm done playing here that that's something I want to look up. Yeah, Dave's in, Aaron's in, Adam was. I don't know if Adam's still with Aaron, but oh shoot. Oh man. Eric Dickerson was in for a while too. Eric Dickerson, Arkansas. Good. Real good. There's been like 10 times where the chat scrolled up and I didn't even see her do it. And I'm like, did you do that? It did it on its own. Come on, dude. Oh. Adam, if you're still watching... Oh, shoot, they're back. The spiders from The Legend of Zelda were called Tektites. Anyone remember what the floating eyeballs from Zelda 2 were? Oh, shoot. Were called? Because remember, like I said, every NES game has at least one floating eyeball character. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? It used my feather on the... I was already standing on the ground. Like I said, it's a millimeter out of frame, and it's like, nope, the ground doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry. Oh, darn you, Nintendo. Why do I like you? Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh shoot. Oh shoot! Ba-dip, ba-dip, ba-dip. Oh shoot. Oh, freaking octopus guys. Darn you. These red guys are... Oh, shoot! Are infuriating too. Oh. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I said before, Adam, but Tektites. Spiders from The Legend of Zelda were Tektites. How long have we been going here? Oh man, it's been over an hour. I'm kind of getting frustrated with this, so let's we'll save our progress here on Icarus. And save, and then we'll see about giving Karnov a shot here. Bear with me for a second, because the gameplay screen is going to go black, but you should still be able to see and hear me, so one moment. Shutting down! Tektites? You weren't going to come up with Tektites? Everything had such weird names in that game. Bats were not bats. They're called keys. And it wasn't even keys. It's keys. That's the way that they spelled it. Oh, shoot. I didn't do this right. Hang on. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Oh, I didn't need to go back, did I? Karnov! I'm probably going to be terrible at this. Oh, Karnov. With the face only a mother could love. Oh, shoot. Man. This game is so weird. Dang it, I'm going to have to use my ladder to do that. You get a K because your name is Karnov. That letter? Yeah, there we go. I thought so. And this guy throwing the crap at me. What the? Who is he? What the heck, man? Okay, okay. Hey-o. Oh, bad guys. Now Karnov is blue because, yeah, that makes more sense. Hi, my name's Karnov. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I used my shoes up. Oh good, this is like a lot of other games that give you a constant bleeping when, oh shoot, when something isn't going right, or when you're running low on life or whatever. Huh, how the heck do I get those? Scott and I used to love this game. Man, if you talk to Scott, you need to tell that guy he needs to look me up. I literally haven't, not even like on a chat or anything like this. I haven't talked to Scott in decades, man. It's just sad. I don't need to go up there. What do the K's do for me? Look at my ladder. I'm Karnov. Never did finish it. We always had to rent it. Could never finish it in time. Isn't that the way? Oh man, so many games that because man, games were expensive. Oh shoot. Renting them was basically. Oh shoot. Ah. Renting them was what you had to do. You know, so buying, like the amount of games that you could actually buy was not that many. I'm just gonna randomly use my ladder to check stuff out. Can you scroll down, sweetie? Thank you, baby. Scott doesn't use any social media. He thinks it's dumb. He's pretty much right. We last saw Scott when Andrew was pregnant with Aaron. I believe that. Because, like I said, well, shoot. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be 38 in October. So, it's probably been... Am I running out of time? Oh, I am running out of time. Shoot, I didn't even realize there was a clock. Crap. I was doing pretty good there. That was the thing that always cracked me up about Karnov, is when he dies, he kind of does this weird lay down thing. One of them came back. Oh, my shot's bigger. Maybe that's what the K's do. Oh, well, they're coming back now. Well, now that I know it makes my shot stronger and they're coming back, well... Whoa! Oh, and now I can't. Screw you, Karnov. Alright, whatever. Okay. I have not gotten much sleep in the last few days. And sadly, I have to admit that I did not understand your whole can't ride social media down a mountain thing. But yeah, I know. I at least know enough about Scott to know what he does. Yay. Come on, Kays, give me some more powerful balls. Scott has an Instagram page that he barely uses, but he posts random snowboarding and fishing photos from Jackson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've creeped his page before, but I don't think I've ever asked to follow him. Mostly out of spite. Probably. Like, you ain't gonna talk to me, and I ain't gonna talk to you. Fine. See, look at how weird is this game? Yay, Karnov. Sorry guys, my eyes are like constantly watering over here. Gargoyle thing looked like Ridley from Metroid. Kinda did, actually. Now, in the next level, let's all program giant head columns. What are they gonna do? Like, what does that even mean? They're gonna shoot things! Well... Alright, but, is there a reason why you're making these choices? Ooh. Well, I was on peyote, and I thought that these... And then we need guys who jump around on their knees. Get me more developers! Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Shabba-dooba, 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 shabba-dooba-doop-doop-doop-doop. I like how Karnov kind of prepares you to rock. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, you rock. You might look like the guy from the circus, but, oh. That's what's going on here. Okay, those guys were kind of pointless. Oh! We need these wall mouths to shoot crap at him. Wall mouths. Wall mouths, that's what I said! Oh, darn. And when he gets hit, he needs to turn blue. Oh, shoot. Other than the baldness and the weird mustache, I kind of look like Karnov. Oh, dang. Ah! Yeah, Cody Black had Karnov, and we played it a lot at his house. Oh, of course. Freaking birds. There's always birds. Look at that gut sticking up. Man. anti-gravity? Is he slowing the drop with telekinesis, or is he just freaking out? Yeah, who knows? Like everything else in this game, it makes loads of sense. Oh. Ah! There we go. Anybody in the chat have a Nintendo Switch? Should I risk jumping off this thing? Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Whoa. Who is this guy? And then there will be a golden man who will explode. Alright. I think I'm about done here. So let's do this. Save Karnov. And then I want to play one game I'm actually good at for a little bit. So there it is. Burger time. Let's do this. See, this is the Data East game that I like. Stupid Karnov. I'm just kidding. I like Karnov. I can usually kick some royal butt in this game. We'll see if I can do it today. Watch, I'll get on the stream and be like terrible. Ah! There we go. Oh shoot, that was a mistake. Ah, get up, get my controller farting up. Clock 2 from the day there. See, that's what I was thinking of, the day the Earth stood still. I actually almost even said that was, yeah, let's just use the guy from the day the Earth stood still. And I thought I was being funny, but I was actually being accurate. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, are you freaking... Man, what is the deal with my controller? Okay. There's a few guiding principles that I'd like to share with you regarding Burger Time. Number 1, never die. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous. It's like, well, Steve, obviously you don't want to die, but like, no. Just, if you can not die, don't die. That means you're going to have to use your pepper sometimes when you probably don't want to. But just don't die. Just don't die. The next guiding principle for Burger Time, what an idiot, is only use your pepper when you're about to get killed. Some people just use it like willy-nilly. See, my plan right there was, since I had to pepper that dude, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use him to knock the burger down further. But as you may have noticed, frick, I made a mistake. It's hard to talk and do this sometimes. But if I would have made the choice to go ahead and make the burger, I would have died. So you don't die. You don't ever want to die. Like right there, I really wasn't gonna die, but on the flip side of it, it got my burger going because I knew if I do that a couple times, I'm gonna get a pepper back again because I get the little. On this level, it's a cup of coffee. On other levels, it's other things. Freaking pickles! I wasted my time over there. Seriously though, my controller is being a little turd. The other, or one of the other major guiding principles of Burger Time is if you can do all that you can to make sure one of the bad guys is riding the burger down. I'm not doing very well this round. This is my first round though, so give me a break. You want to get that guy standing on your, on your burger, so he is weighing that burger down. My controller is jacking up. I'm going to switch controllers actually. Well, I shouldn't have done that right now. That's okay. I'm just going to die and start over. There we go. What was that, babe? Yeah. On that level, well, I'll show you when I get back there. So don't die. Try to at least. Only use your pepper if you're about to die. Or use your pepper only if it's going to get a guy riding a burger down. But again, really, you want to try to avoid that if at all possible. So you're saving your pepper for, again, when you're about to die. The other one is always, like I said, try to get a guy riding the burger down. And you'll notice that the Burger Time bad guys, they have a very specific logic that they operate off of. And as long as you understand that, like I know none of these guys are going to be coming after me because they're going to go down the next ladder. So that's why I walked right at them. I knew I was going to be safe. But, ooh, right there, that was a good one. Man, that was satisfying. The other thing is, just like trying to get guys to ride the burger down, always be trying to crush guys with your burger too. Because that, again, just like having them ride the burger down, racks up a lot of points. More points means more pepper. Oh shoot, I meant to have that guy riding the burger. There we go. Get on my burger. Oh, I didn't think he would kill me. Dang it. Well, I only got one bun left, so whatever. The music to this game just will forever crack me up. I shouldn't have gone down here. Why did I do this? See, now see how they're all kind of lining up behind me? In a second here, I'm going to be able to kill a bunch of these mofos. Go, 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 go. What the? Oh, controller! What is the deal? You saw how he kept stopping. Like, why would I do that? That wasn't a mistake. That was my controller being an idiot. that's a twofer right there. Adam riding the bun down and crushing a guy at the same time. Oh well. I don't know if anybody's still in here. I gotta go see it. Alright, see you, man. Ugh, I messed it up again. That's the other thing with this level is that... Oh, am I out of pepper? I am out of pepper. Is that as soon as it starts, you gotta hightail it up these stairs. And with my controller acting like a ding-dong, that isn't really happening. Oh, darn it. Apparently I need to sharpen up my burger time skills. I'm not doing very well today. Oh, dang it. Okay. Well, I'm dead again. Guys, that's it for this session. I had some requests to play later tonight. We'll see if I'm up to it or not. Like I said, you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm really tired. I have not slept well for days. Not that it's not sleeping well, but I've been either going to bed late and being woken up early by something and not being able to go back to sleep after that. I recently found out I have sleep apnea, and I have the sleep apnea machine thing that I sleep with now, and so I'm actually getting good sleep. Well, the problem with that is if something wakes me up before I'm supposed to get up, I haven't gotten like jack sleep for the last probably 8 years. So now get decent sleep for a few hours and my body's like, yeah, time to get up and go. So it might be 2 a.m. and I'm awake and just can't go back to sleep. So anyways, super tired, and I've also got some stuff I want to get done around here, so we'll see. I might be back on tonight. If I'm not, I'll squeeze in another session tomorrow, and like I said, we'll work on figuring out like a more regular streaming schedule so you guys can know what to predict. Typically my afternoons are fairly consistent, but problem lies in the fact that at my job, a lot of the higher up people that I have to work with on like projects and things are all located on the West Coast. I get off work at 2:30. They love scheduling meetings for me at like 4:30, so I've been off work for 2 hours, but to them it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's like, dude, come on, seriously? Not all of us live in Bellevue. So anyhow, I'm rambling now. So hey, appreciate you guys coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and let's keep doing this. Let's have some fun together. Okay, thanks a lot. All right, yep. Yeah, there you go.